Welcome to the Retail Insider video interview series. I'm your host, Craig Patterson, and we're joined here today with a special guest. This is Dave Narada. He's the president of Ricki's and Cleo, the women's fashion brand. Thank you for joining us, Dave.
No problem. Thanks for having me today, Craig. I appreciate it.
Now, let's quickly talk about yourself. Tell me, how did you come into the company? It's about a year ago, I think it was, and what's your background in retail?
Yeah, so for me, you're right, 100%. It was just over a year ago where I joined both sides of the business with Ricky's and Cleo, but I'm an old school retail guy. I actually got my start a really long time ago as a stock boy in the back of a Club Monaco. And before I realized that, I fell in love with the industry and I fell in love with the chance just to take a customer and find a way to connect her to a product where she felt really good. From that journey, it's led me along a pretty exciting road where I've had a chance to work with some pretty impressive businesses through with Club Monaco to Aldo, spent some time at YM, Urban Barn, which is a fantastic company, incredibly well run. And then most recently at Princess Auto, before I had the chance to join the Ricky's Cleo team here.
Terrific, terrific. Now, Ricky's is going through a bit of a change, isn't it, under your direction? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the one thing that we've really been focusing on over the last little while is about, what do we mean to the customer and how do we really bring relevancy back to some of these really impactful brands? So over the next little while, the customer is going to really get a chance to see what that means. So this week, as an example, we're launching a new web platform, which is going to just really help to bring some relevancy, remove some ease, and just really show the product in a really different light. We've also got again, some new product that's going to be coming through in fall, where we've really focused in on the quality, the texture, that real price value equation, and giving her everything that we can in every one of our products. And then most importantly, what we're really excited about is a launch of a new store, which is going to be coming this way in August inside of Willowbrook Mall, where it's a whole new design that just talks and feels softer. It feels feminine, but it's just a place where we believe our customer will feel really comfortable to come and shop and experience the brand that we're talking about today.
Tell me a bit more about this Willowbrook store. I'm curious to hear what the components are going to be within it.
Sure. I think we've paid a lot of attention to just softness and texture, right? I think in many cases, a lot of folks will talk through fixtures and talk through just the way things are designed, but we really wanted to have a bit more of an emotional connection. We're going to use a little bit more softer woods. We're going to tone down some of the color palettes, but just to create a little bit more of I'd say an elevated experience for the customer as she walks in. Right. So I think it's an important thing when a customer comes in and wants to shop with you, that you create an experience where she feels really comfortable and feels really welcome and really warm inside of that space.
Terrific. Are other Ricky stores going to see renovations, or what are we going to see in terms of this concept?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to slowly start to take components, right? So as we begin to learn where the customer sees these different components of the brand as it evolves, take a few of those different pieces and slowly start to introduce them into a lot of our current stores. So if it's, a wood slat wall to soften, if it's, really maybe painting the walls to just pull down some from the white to just a little bit more neutrals. We're going to slowly over the next couple of years, slowly start to invest a little bit more in some of the components as we start to roll out the concept.
Terrific, terrific. Now, the product itself within the stores is going to be changing a little bit as well. Tell me about the clothing that we'll see. Well, I guess even into the summer here, or is it more fall, winter that we're going to be seeing changes with Ricky's?
It's going to be really fall, winter driven, right? We truly know that our customer loves coming to us, for that everyday wear to work product, right? And we want to make sure that she can feel the weight and feel the texture behind the quality of the product that we're starting to move with. So great example is in some of the sweater programs, really working through to bring some cashmere through some of the blends to feel softness to it. A lot of wool in some of our outerwear to bring the quality back. But the buyers have spent a lot of time into the little details so that when the customer not only touches the product, as she wears the product, she's going to really feel incredibly different, and all while still maintaining, and the goal is maintaining the same price points that we currently sit with today. So really making sure that she feels that the product that she's getting into is going to last her a long time, but also at the same time feel good and make her feel even more amazing.
And the price point is quite reasonable in terms of, I think that, I don't want to say there isn't a lot of competition, but certainly it's kind of a sweet spot where, I mean, it's not a fast fashion price point and it's not a luxury brand either, but it is accessible to many Canadian women, I think. Is that correct?
Is like when you start to look at some of the products where, a really great fitting pair of black dress pants, at 59.90, 69.90, in some cases at 49.90, the team has worked really hard at actually taking a look at the fabrics, looking at the construction, but getting that fit just right for her, because nothing beats a perfect black pant, right? And I think, our customer knows us for that. But at the same time, making sure that there's options and there's full outfitting. So not only can she come to us for one, but we've got teams of people that are ready to help her go a little bit of, head to toe to make sure that we, help her feel really good with what she's walking out of the store with.
Is there a particular type of customer that shops at Ricky's, like a bit younger, a bit older, professional? Tell me about even sort of the psychographics that might be there.
Yeah, I think there's sometimes a lot of people try to put an age, but I think it's a moment in time, right? And I think it's an everyday working person who, could be a teacher. We talk a lot about how we've got a really strong core customer base inside of teachers or educators, people that spend a lot of time, teaching our children, teaching our, our society. But we also have those people that are starting their career. They're coming into their career. It could be the first time that they've got to wear more professional clothing, or it could be that, they've been with us for some time and they know the fit, they know the quality, and they come to us for that. One thing that we always get excited about is we have a program that's called 10 items, 10 ways. And what it does is it just helps to show the customer the different ways to wear these outfits and pull them together. So it just makes it easy for her, right? Because we know that our customer's busy. We're all busy. We all want to make sure that we feel great and that we look great. And anytime our team members, or even through digitally, where we can help her work her way through that collection, it's the perfect time and place for us.
Now, tell me about the website. You said that it's been updated. I had a look earlier and it wasn't quite finished, and now it is actually up,
It
which is
is.
great. I was trying to do some homework because, I'm obviously not a Ricky shopper being a guy, but yeah, tell me a bit about the website itself and what it entails now.
Yeah, the exciting part is the website is live today. And what we talked about as a team is that the website going up today is step one, right? And anyone who's ever done an implementation, we know that it's about listening. It's about getting a website that'll have better functionality for the customer. It'll remove some of the friction as you shop through the process to make it a lot easier for you. But what we're really focused on is just listening to her and as she's shopping with us and where she's spending time, so that we can continue to evolve the experience so that it's better suited to her. But I think the thing that we're most excited about is the product pages look fantastic. The quality of the imagery is much better. And I think it's just going to create a different shopping experience that she's going to feel really good as she moves through the website.
Excellent, excellent. And things are shipped to the home, or a person could possibly pick them up in the store, or tell me a little bit about that part of the experience.
Yeah, so right now for us, it's really about e-com. It's really that channel. The goal as we continue to go through the platform, we do have the ability to ship that product to the store. So again, through ease of customer experience, we're all busy. We all know we have a lot of things going on in our lives, but we've always had the capability to fulfill that order from our e-com center into any of the locations that's close to her. And we can actually have it delivered to any Ricky's, any Cleo, or any bootlegger, because we are all a family of brands. So it makes it really easy for the customer. We've also implemented something that we call in-store ordering, which allows for a customer while standing in a store that if we don't have that size for them for whatever reason, that we will gladly place that order, have it brought to the store or sent to their home. So it's just really about making sure we remove the ease, Craig, and the friction, or we create ease and remove the friction points so the customer just gets the best experience that we can offer to her.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, stores themselves, they're in a mix of locations. You've got some shopping centers that are enclosed. You've got some, I think, even outlet centers and strip malls. Tell me about that. And are we going to see any new stores opening with Ricky's?
Yeah, I think right now the biggest thing, like a lot of retailers, is just really about after the pandemic settling things down, right? And about really focusing in, we're always looking to grow and we're looking for the right places of where we can connect with our customer. But we believe it's important to have a good mix of, really strong shopping centers, as an example. If you think of TD Center, where we've got a great Clio location there, Polo Parks, Masonvilles, some really strong properties, but it's also great to have a collection of other properties that are, really rural suburban markets that are easy for the customer, where she can still get to really in and out quite fast if there's a product that she needs to pick up or something that she's got delivered there. So we'll always maintain that mix, right? So for us, it's settling, it's really focusing, but ultimately being really aware as where is my customer and how can I actually be there for her to simplify the journey.
Terrific. And is there going to be an expansion in product in terms of clothing offerings? Again, not being an expert in terms of the shopping, but say footwear, handbags, or tell me a little bit about any sort of new products that are coming with Ricki's.
Yeah, I think the big thing for us right now is just back to return to the basics of where we started, which is really around that where to work, and that's that professional feeling. And then we're really looking to elevate the casual side of the business a bit differently. So just bringing in some different textures, bringing in some different feeling. So it's not only will she wear it to work, but it's also a great opportunity to go out to spend some time with her friends. We know our customer, she loves to work, but she loves to laugh and she loves to have fun with her friends, right? So you're going to see a little bit of a return back to that, a little bit more elevation, some really great textures and feels, but really back to the basics, Craig. I think that's what a lot of retailers are trying to focus on. We're trying to focus on, that's our brand difference, is being that retailer that gives her that great blazer, great bottoms, lots of different options. And then again, just some really great elevated casual for her to spend some time with her friends or go shopping.
And are there any sort of colors that women are gravitating towards, or are Canadian women a bit more conservative and wearing blacks and browns and grays? Or tell me about what do you see in terms of fashion and what women are wearing?
I'm never the guy that talks about those things. I have a super talented team that is always the one that's guiding the fashion. But I think there is just going to be some really subtle neutrals and some soft colors that I think it's going to really stand true. But I would love to set up some time with you and our GMM, who is by far, I'm not the fashion guy. I'm the other one. But again, I think you're going to see that the customer just wants to return back to quality product, right? I think she wants to find the value behind what it is that where she's choosing to make that purchase, but you're going to start to feel that and see that in some of the textures.
Terrific, terrific. Is there anything else we should mention about Ricki's here today as it embarks on this expansion journey, which sounds very exciting?
No, honestly, I just, what I'd love to share with the customer is that, we constantly listen and we've heard, and we're really coming back to the roots of, who we are and what they expect out of us. But most importantly is we're trying to cement all of these digital assets and transformations back to an amazing experience inside of our stores. And we believe that we have an incredibly talented team out in the retail industry that just want to spend that time with the customer and do everything they can to make her feel super special, and feel really connected back to the brand that we're trying to rebuild.
Thank you so much. This has been a really interesting conversation. I'm learning about fashion, learning about retail. I hope everything goes well with Ricki's and Clio and Bootlegger as well as the group expands. So thank you so much, David Narada. You're the president of Ricki's and Clio.
Thanks, Craig. Thanks again for the time.
Great. And I'm Craig Patterson. I'm the founder of Retail Insider, and I'm the host here of the Retail Insider video interview series. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here today. Take care and bye for now.